What up, Tucson, Arizona? This is the Call Me Crazy Show, episode 162. And here I am once again in an undisclosed location. I'm very glad to be here, and I know I always say that, but here we are once again. First things first, January 28th, 2007. And as of today, more crap happened in the world, and I'll get to that in a minute. But first things first, I want to say that today a friend of mine asked me why public access only is open. Is it 2 days a week now? Is it officially open?
It's more than that.
3, 4?
Something like that, yeah.
But the point is the funding that was lost, though, right? Well, anyways, a friend of mine asked me, what's up with public access, and I told him that ever since George W. Bush went into the White House, funding for public access seems to get less and less every year. And now, today, for the first time, and I've known about YouTube, you know, I'm going to go off today, dude. I've known about YouTube for quite a while. Last year was the biggest thing. And today I realized that the freedom of speech that the regular citizens have is no longer catered to on public access. And I'm sorry to say, but YouTube and MySpace and the internet overall, it gets kicking public access's ass. And one day, pretty soon, we feel it coming on that public access is going to be no more. You know, I'm not saying when, but it just seems like every year it gets to a point where the love ain't there no more. Where has the love gone in public access? Now there's a lot of hate. But I'm just kidding, folks. But basically, I want to get that off my chest and suck up some airtime. But anyway, now back to serious stuff. The war in Iraq continues, and the fall of Baghdad back in 2003 is just a far and distant memory that apparently has no impact on the events of what has been happening today and yesterday and the day before in Baghdad, Iraq. And the saddest thing is that people on both sides are dying, not only U.S. casualties, but civilians on the Iraqi side too, who the U.S. government calls collateral damage, which is understandable because every war there's collateral damages. But the point is that war is hell, and it continues to get worse and worse. And last night, or 2 days ago, there was a huge battle up in Iraq where over 300 insurgents were killed in a major battle. And that just goes to show, don't fuck around with the U.S. But you know, it's such a mess out there in Baghdad that we have no clue to what the bigger picture is up there. And it's just sad to see so many families being torn apart by what's going on. And of course, the politicians in Washington, you know, they really don't care. You know, they're all profiteering from the war. You know, so that just goes to show George W. Bush is crooked. But enough about him. I just want to say God bless all the armed forces in Afghanistan, Iraq. God bless all you guys. I hope you guys all make it home safe. Because, you know, at least there's some people here in the U.S. who are constantly thinking about you guys. Because, you know, without you guys, the U.S. will be nothing. So thank you and thank you. Okay, another thing I want to talk about that happened today that I was reading in my information highway, if you will, was, I forgot where, I can always find out later on. But someone, a World War II veteran as a matter of fact, won a World War II veteran and someone else, I'm not sure if it's a relative or a friend, but the point is a group of people with a leader won this Powerball, I don't know where here in the U.S., but worth almost $250 million. Imagine that, folks. You know, imagine winning the Powerball for $250 million. That's intense, dude. That's intense. And you know, and if I won $250 million, folks, you know what I would do, people out there in Tucson? You know what I would do? I would be at every Redskins NFL game ever for the rest of my life. I would be at every NASCAR race at Daytona and Talladega for the rest of my life. And then I'll be at the premiere of every new Star Wars movie that comes out. God forbid that there's a Star Wars movie when I'm 84 years old. But anyways, and if I won $250 million, folks, here's the kicker. What I would do is, $250 million, I'd be like, fuck it. Oops. Can I cuss? Fuck it. Anyways, you know what I would do is, I would, build a chocolate factory, folks. And you know what I would do? Instead of Rio Nuevo, dude, fuck Rio Nuevo. I built a chocolate factory by the interstate highway, I-10 in downtown, right by the Carl's Jr. and the Greyhound station, and I just built a huge chocolate factory. You know, and me and the family and all my friends and the band, we will all live there. And it would be like the biosphere. No one will ever leave. It would just be like a city within a city. And dude, and then 20 years later, dude, we still be living in there. And one day, these candy bars start popping out and we start selling them. And therefore making another $250 million. So it'll be better. Don't you think about it. Think about it, folks. And then we could give ourselves all a bunch of silly names. But, you know, screw Rio Nuevo. You know, it's a bunch of bureaucratic paperwork with a bunch of ideas that'll never get fulfilled by a bunch of dead-end politicians who wish to change Tucson for the better, but who in reality are making it worse. So I'd be down for a chocolate factory by the Santa Cruz River, and it could be the biggest event. It would be bigger than a gem show, and it'd be bigger than the U of A Wildcats. But that could be hilarious. Wouldn't that be funny? Man, that'd be hilarious. Chocolate factory. And then you know what I would even do? You know, I could buy me a top hat and a purple vest. And screw it, fuck it, walk around town. Walk around town in a purple vest and a fucking top hat. Nobody will ever bug you for any money. You're like, fuck that weirdo. I don't care if you had $250 million. I'm not gonna ask you for chump change. Alright, what else can we talk about? And one more thing, I just want to give a shout out to Robert Gonzalez, the movie collector, the Show. Is it still called that? I don't know what it's called, but I saw the first tape of the new Robert Gonzalez show, and you know what the craziest thing is, that you know the Route to Get to Sith is talking about NASCAR. That's just mind blowing. It's like saying Tucson is a beautiful city. Just kidding, folks. Okay, folks, I'm out of here. I gotta go. I got things to do. But anyway, one more thing I do want to talk about is YouTube. YouTube. It's amazing. It's amazing. Alright, I'm out. But I'll see you soon. And hopefully, maybe I'll see you in a few minutes. Because I gotta do something really important. So maybe I'll see you in a few. Bye. What up, Tucson, Arizona? This is the Call Me Crazy Show, episode 162. And it's February 5th, 2007. And as you can tell, it is a beautiful day. Not a single cloud in the sky. I don't even know how warm it is, but it's very warm. And it feels great. And get to know that the weather is changing here in town. It's fabulous. So let's see how long the warm weather holds up. Okay, first things first, I want to talk about this important thing that's happening in downtown right now. And it's not really the subject of downtown that we're going to talk about. It's the subject of public access. For example, what you are seeing right now on television, you're watching the Call Me Crazy show. Thanks to the city of Tucson and Cox Cable, for 20 odd years, we had this agreement where we have these public access channels, and people like me and you can go out and talk about whatever social commentary that we want to do. But ever since Mr. George W. Bush got in office in 2000, it seemed like public access has gone downhill. And as a matter of fact, it's going downhill, and it's been downhill. And I just found out a couple days ago that Cox Cable, their basic cable provider, is suing, or not really suing the city of Tucson. What it's trying to do is trying to convince the legislature to rearrange the wording in certain laws where it makes it legal for Cox Cable to take one channel away of public access. And that's what I'm figuring out right now. I might be wrong, but I'll let you more know about it because I don't know too many of the details, so I can't really go off. But from what I read, that's what the general agreement is on both sides of what they want to do, or what Cox Cable wants to do. And then another bit of news that very surprises me yesterday was Marty, the end of television king, of end of all TV, told me that I'm going to go into in-depth thing right now. Public access, for you people who are not familiar with public access and the rules of TV on how to get your TV show going and how to get the tapes in. Basically, every several months, there's a lottery that public access holds, TCCC. They hold this lottery for everybody who has a show on cable, public access. And what that lottery determines is what time slot you're going to have. And since I started this show, Call Me Crazy, in 1998, I gotten these what do you call, ballots, I guess? Tickets or ballots or whatever. They would send me, TCCC would send me in the mail basically a ballot where I submit my signature and the time slot I want. And then basically, once that paper gets to public access, they have this lottery, and they draw out names and numbers, and that determine whose show is going to be on what time, on what channel or whatnot. And that's been going on since I started in '98. So Marty, the end of the king of end of television, told me yesterday that there is no more lottery going on at the public access, that our show is indefinitely on the same time slot. And folks out there in TV La La Land, that gets hard to believe because I've been doing it for almost 10 years now, and it's me getting that ballot in the mail, it gets good as clockwork. Now to get to say that there's no more lottery, that just goes to show that one more sign of the fall and decline of Tucson's public access. And it's a sad fact that if they're not holding lotteries no more, that means that there's something majorly wrong. And I found out August 2009 is when the lease is up. I'm not sure if it's a lease or an agreement where Cox Cable doesn't have to carry all the public access channels if they choose not to. So, and what they're thinking, is like, let's do away with the public access channel and put fucking HBO Espanol 2 or some shit. Basically, they want to get charge more. They probably want to put some more premium channels in place of the public access so they can charge more and people have more options. Because now, thanks to YouTube and the internet, we're the last of a dying breed, folks. We're the last of the last of the last of the last, and we're the best of the best and the best of the best. But I just had to get off my chest, so you might be seeing the final 2 seasons, I believe, of public access, I think. And at this point, it's going to be a sad day in my heart when it's indefinitely this is the last week. I can't imagine '09, August '09, public access decide, we all quit. No more, nothing. No more camera. What's on the camera? No more public access. That's it. That's it. That's it. And I'll be like, so what's gonna happen to that building if does it become a mental hospital or what? You know what I mean? But man, it gets. I know I've been slacking and doing the Call Me Crazy show lately, or the past 2 years, but I've been very busy. But now knowing that we might be doing the final 2 years, it's kind of sad. Now I know what the cast and crew of Friends and Everybody Loves Raymond feels. But oh well, enough of that. Fuck all that shit. We don't need to hear any of that anymore. Okay, here we go. I'm doing a new thing this year on Call Me Crazy. My research team, they all quit on me in the past year. They all decided to go to separate ways. One went to go work on Jimmy Kimmel, and the other went to go work on Don Emus. So they left me. So now I'm stuck with doing research and hosting this show. So what I'm gonna do now is a new subject, a new thing that I never done on Call Me Crazy before, and here it goes. Basically, every show that I tape for Call Me Crazy show until the end of time, I'll be grabbing whatever periodical of that day that I'm filming, let it be the newspaper or a magazine or even the internet. Okay, and first thing first, what I want to talk about, here we go, is I'm grabbing the morning paper. Can't tell you what morning paper it is, but we'll show you. I want to show you guys a headline. And as you can see, it says, hostile fire down 4 U.S. helicopters. And what this is the war in Iraq, in Baghdad, Iraq. And the point is, people, that when I'm talking about this, is that for the first time this week, the military U.S. infrastructure concurred that the insurgents in Iraq do have highly advanced weapons, and they are now carrying anti-craft weapons, meaning that they can fire from the ground, surface to air missiles that they have. No one knows what they're really using right now, but the point is that they do have the means to bring down U.S. helicopter. And in the past 2 weeks, they brought down 4. And that's the most they brought down in the shortest amount of time. And the sad fact that there were U.S. crew members on each of these helicopters, which they all died. It just goes to show that the insurgency in Iraq is getting worse, it's getting bigger. No one wants to say the dreaded 2 words, civil war, but that's basically what it is. It's the Sunni Muslims versus the Shiite Muslims. It's the same thing, everywhere else. Religion is one of the major factors of all conflicts of all over the earth, all over the planet. And let's go on to one more thing here. We're going to go to the U.S. toll in Iraq. Right now, we're pushing U.S. death. We're pushing at 3,080, and wounded, we're looking at 23,279. And right here on the bottom it says no casualty identified Sunday, because you got to remember there are people, soldiers, civilians dying every single day in Iraq, and people died on Sunday, and it takes a while to identify them. God bless all and every single U.S. Armed Service member and woman. It's such a mess out there. I can't believe how messier it keeps getting. It's the people who live in Iraq are saying that the conditions under Saddam Hussein's rule were a little better. They said they at least had running water and electricity almost all the time. Now they can't even get running water or electricity all the time. And now George W. Bush, he wants more major funding. I read he wants to have like $2 trillion pumped into the war, and he could want to do these massive tax cuts on the government service agencies, like we all know what they are, welfare and education and health care. He don't care about the U.S. He only cares about himself and his family. And you know what? I feel so bad that the war is getting worse and worse. And you know what? At least I know that the casualties is not like Vietnam. The Vietnam War took the lives of 58,000 Americans, and that's maybe 50 times as much as what the war is right now. But the point is, it doesn't matter if it's 58,000 or 3,000. They're all U.S. citizens. Alrighty, folks. That was the Call Me Crazy show, episode 162. I wanted to talk about one more thing. The Academy Award nominations came out, and Best Picture runner-up is Babel. It's the movie with Brad Pitt, and Little Miss Sunshine. Who would have figured that a movie with Steve Carell and Greg Kinnear would be nominated for Best Picture? And then the other picture that got nominated is I can't remember. But anyways, Mark Wahlberg got a best supporting actor nod for The Departed. And then here's the kicker: Eddie Murphy got a Oscar nomination. And you know, didn't Bill Murray get an Oscar nomination a while back? Did Steve Martin ever get a nomination? No. Are they the only two Saturday Night Live guys that ever got nomination? No, Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd got nominated for Driving Miss Daisy. But it'll be a kick if I really hope Mark Wahlberg wins, because we love Entourage, by the way, which comes on in March. But Mark Wahlberg is Vinny Chase. I don't care what anybody else says. But if Eddie Murphy wins, it's kind of cool that he wins, because we saw his movie Eddie Murphy Raw last year at the Loft on Speedway. And you know what? It's kind of tame compared to nowadays, but it was kind of raunchy though, man. A lot of sex talk though. Okay, and one more thing. One thing I'm looking forward to is everybody's talking about the Fantastic Four, The Rise of the Silver Surfer movie preview. I have never seen it. So I guess I'm a mon, or I don't know. But alright, I'm out of here, folks. I'll see you guys next week. And next week, I think we might be doing a little movie skit. I'm not sure. I might have to think about it. But I think it might be the return of the Red Cape. where the last time we did the skit with the Red Cape, we were out there on Main Avenue downtown. And we were filming, Marty's filming me, and I'm doing this movie skit. And these people in the car drive by, and they're like, "You fucking idiots!" It was funny. It was funny. We got that on tape. Maybe it'll go on DVD one day. But anyway, oh yeah, here's the thing that gets me. Public access says they're going downhill, but we're going digital. It's like a catch-22. It's like, what's the point? What's the whole point? Alright, folks, I'm out of here. Episode 162, episode 163 will be coming up next. And the next show I'll be talking about, we'll be doing a movie skit. And then we're going to talk about Spider-Man 3. Alrighty, I'm out, folks. Hasta la vista, take care. And this has been Call Me Crazy, reporting to you from an undisclosed location. And Dick Cheney's around the corner. But this is Monday, February 5th, 2007. And I'm signing out. Thanks for stopping by, Tucson. Thank you. Hey, hello, Tucson, Arizona. This is the Call Me Crazy show, episode 163, 64, I don't know. At this point, we don't care anymore, because the end is near, people. The end is near. Okay, first thing first, I want to thank TCCC for making the Call Me Crazy show one of the longest running shows in town. And you know what? I want to talk smack about Cox Cable. I'm sorry that they bring public. I'm very glad that they bring public access into Tucson. But there was a small article in yesterday's Sunday's paper. Cox Cable wants to do away with all public access channels. From what I was aware of, I thought they only wanted to subtract one public access channel, and they want to take all the public access channels and put high definition channels like high def, HBO and whatnot. You know what I say to Cox Cable? They can suck my big one, cause you know why? because they just want to make money and they don't care about freedom of speech, because you know what they are? They're just those huge giant West Coast corporations that all they care about is money. So Cox Cable, thanks for making public access the place that it shouldn't be. Enough of that.